We begin tonight with another lawsuit filed over the ongoing sewage crisis in the South Bay. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Carlo Cicchetto.
I'm Marcella Lee. This new lawsuit was filed today on behalf of people living in Imperial Beach against Veolia Water. This suit claims the company mismanaged the sewage treatment plant and in the southern border on our side.
CBS 8's Brian White talked with the lead attorney on this and joins us live from Imperial Beach with what we're learning about this lawsuit. Brian?
Yeah, it was filed on behalf of 9 people who live here in Imperial Beach. They say Veolia Water has not done its job, all the untreated sewage greatly impacting their quality of life.
But really, this is all about being that change, causing Veolia to finally wake up.
The new lawsuit filed in San Diego Superior Court today claims Veolia Water, the corporation contracted to manage the South Bay wastewater treatment plant, has failed miserably.
Their job was to basically channel the discharge and treat it and manage it. And what we have found is they have done an incredibly bad job at doing that.
The time for another meeting is over.
Brett Schreiber is the lead attorney on the case. He held a presser today on the Silver Strand, where there was a water closure due to high bacteria levels.
We can use the awesome power and the deterrent effect of the civil justice system to get Veolia to finally do their job.
They're using the California nuisance law as the basis for the lawsuit. In it, they claim that since 2018, there have been 500 illegal discharges from the plant, resulting in over 1 billion gallons of raw sewage flowing into the Tijuana River and Pacific Ocean, greatly impacting people's lives.
Every time stepping outside, smelling incredibly foul odors. They don't have access to their beaches. They don't have access to their public spaces.
I reached out to Veolia Water. They say these allegations are meritless. They said, quote, the overwhelming cause of the odors and pollution affecting Imperial Beach is the excessive and uncontrolled sewage flows from Tijuana, much of which never even enters the South Bay plant, end quote. They say the plant was not built to endure the overwhelming conditions it currently faces. Meanwhile, Schreiber's hoping to spark some real change through all of this.
We don't need a bunch of people to sit around a table and talk about a study and figure out, let's talk about it and just continue to kick this can down the road. This has become the definition of insanity.
Now, I looked at the complaint. 9 people are listed as plaintiffs. The attorney expects that number to grow into the hundreds and even thousands as this moves forward. Reporting live in Imperial Beach, Brian White, CBS 8.
Thanks, Brian. Tonight, we're learning a former Granite Hills high school teacher has been convicted of sex charges involving a student. Last week, a jury found Gerald Lopez guilty of possessing child pornography and annoying or molesting a child. Lopez was arrested in 2022 after the then 17-year-old victim's mother found text messages between her daughter and Lopez. The 56-year-old is out on bail but is facing up to 3 years in prison when he's sentenced next month.
Tonight, the FAA is taking a closer look at runway incursions at U.S. airports, including San Diego International. Last week, 2 Southwest Airlines jets were cleared to enter the San Diego runway at the same time.
CBS 8's David Gottfredson takes a closer look at the recent close calls.
San Diego is just a disaster waiting to happen.
On Tuesday, the FAA announced it is opening an audit into runway incursion risks at the 45 busiest airports in the United States, including San Diego International. Veteran pilot and flight instructor Robert Katz says it's about time.
I wouldn't take my airplane into Lindbergh Field. In fact, the runway at Brown Field is longer than the one here at Lindbergh.
Katz calls San Diego Airport dangerous, partly because a parking garage in the approach to Lindbergh Field shortens its usable runway length.
They can't touch down at the beginning of runway 27. They have to touch down after you see those oval loops. That's called the displaced threshold. And that shortens the runway by almost 2,000 feet.
He says Friday's near miss at San Diego Airport, when a Southwest Airlines flight was cleared to cross the runway at the same time another Southwest jet was cleared to take off, is not unusual. Another near miss happened on August 11th of last year. A Cessna Citation cleared for landing flies about 100 feet over the top of a Southwest Airlines passenger jet waiting to take off. Since August 2023, there have been at least 8 runway incursions at San Diego Airport, according to an FAA database.
Good morning, Tower. Delta 2287, RNAV, runway 9.
Including this incursion on February 6th, animated by VAS Aviation. The pilot of Japan Airlines Flight 65 mistakenly taxis onto the main runway after Delta Flight 2287 was cleared to land.
Japan 658, hold position, hold position. Hold position, Japan 65.
Delta 2287, go around.
Japan 65 Heavy, we're not authorized on the runway. It looks like it's a little too late. You were authorized on the taxiway Bravo. Do you understand the instructions? Yes, I'm sorry, Japan 65.
David Gottfredson, CBS 8.
And CBS 8 reached out to San Diego International for comment on the safety of the airport. We'll let you know when we hear back.
Walgreens is closing 1,200 stores across the country, and they are not the only business closing stores. 7-Eleven says it is closing 400 locations that are underperforming nationwide. Big Lots just announced it is closing its 4th San Diego County store this year. And San Diego-based Rubio's is closing more than a dozen more local locations. Many closures are happening in lower income areas, and community leaders say the trickle-down effect of the closures runs deep.
Those are jobs that young people can access and can walk to from the neighborhood often, kind of first job opportunities. That's a big deficit in our community and many other communities that struggle with poverty.
Economists fear more businesses will be forced to shut their doors as online shopping continues to grow. New tonight, the Parents as Teachers International Conference is in San Diego right now.
As CBS 8's Shannon Handy reports, it focuses on helping parents and their children to succeed, including immigrant families new to the United States.
More than 2,000 people are attending the Parents as Teachers Conference here at the Sheraton on Harbor Island. They represent organizations from around the world who go into people's homes and partner with families to ensure their kids are safe, healthy, and learning.
Every parent wants to bring the best, and Parents as Teachers is really just a tool to help them do that.
Parents as Teachers President and CEO Constance Scully says for 40 years, the organization has gone into people's homes, ensuring parents are equipped with the knowledge and tools they need to help both themselves and their children succeed.
Our model has 4 components: the home visits. We also do health and developmental screenings. We help families connect with resources in their community. And then lastly, we have group connections or group socializations.
To do that, Parents as Teachers works with more than 1,000 family-serving organizations worldwide. Mentors help with everything from educating families about childhood milestones to helping them register for school.
We connect with lots of different people.
Kia Klatt works for the Neighborhood House Association, a local nonprofit specializing in helping immigrant families connect with services. Partnering with Parents as Teachers, she oversees Head Start staff who do home visits, saying it's especially crucial here because of a recent influx of immigrants.
A big challenge for families who just immigrated to San Diego is learning the culture and resources in the community.
Klatt says they offer interpreter services and train staff on cultural competency and trauma-informed practices, the benefits of which she can relate to.
As an immigrant family myself who has received home visitation services, it reinforces the power of home visitation, and it reinforces the power that parents have as their child's most influential teacher.
Recently, Parents as Teachers was granted part of a $56 million state grant to continue their work with families and children. During this week's conference, providers are learning how to best assist the people they encounter.
We're working with newcomers and immigrant families.
Board member Michael Huesca says it's all about meeting them where they're at.
This organization does that. They're authentic. They're real. You know, they see parents for who they are.
Parents as Teachers offers its services for free. For more information, visit CBS8.com and click on this story. For CBS 8, I'm Shannon Handy.
Thank you, Shannon. After 9 long months at sea, the USS Theodore Roosevelt is back home. The aircraft carrier returned to San Diego today. This group of 6,000 sailors carried out missions around the globe from the Indo-Pacific to the Middle East. CBS 8 was there for the many emotional reunions at the port today. For many military families, this was the first time that they've been apart for such a long period of time.
Tonight, you don't even have to leave your house to see the giant pandas at the San Diego Zoo.
The Giant Panda Cam is now streaming on the zoo's website. It officially launched this morning. The camera offers a window into the daily activities of Xinbao and Yunxuan during the zoo's daylight hours. The daily stream repeats once nightfall hits. The zoo says viewers can differentiate between the pandas by looking for certain physical features. The zoo says Xinbao has a large, round face and big ears, and Yunxuan has a long, slightly pointed nose. There you go.
So cute.
County leaders break new ground on a new animal shelter. That's still ahead.
Plus, Carla goes one-on-one with the two candidates running for mayor of San Diego.
And we'll show you the school district powering up its fleet of buses with a green upgrade.
Lots of cloud cover out there for tonight. We're going to see a lot of clouds over the next couple of days as the area of low pressure moves in and brings us a slight chance we could see some measurable rainfall. We'll take a look at your complete forecast coming up.